Maori Chair TV. The program is called Talking Voices. I just want to welcome you on today, folks, that are coming on to check out this program. So before I bring my friend on, as you know, I don't have guests on my show. I always have friends and good friends and great friends. So before I get started, I just want to tell you a little bit about Maori Chair TV. Maoris are indigenous people of New Zealand, and I'm one of them, Maori. The word chair is a slang that we started back in New Zealand. It's a slang, and it goes something like this: chair, bro, that's a nice car you're driving, or chair, bro, that's a nice bike you're riding. So that's the word chair, CHURR. And of course, TV. TV, it's not television. A lot of people think it's Maori chair television. It's Maori chair talking voices. And this is what this program is all about, talking voices. And I tell you, ever since I was been doing this show, now it's been back since January, so it's been a few months, and it's pretty exciting because I've had a lot of friends on that I talked to them about their journey and about the experience when they left New Zealand, and a lot of people around the world that moved to different parts of the world, and I've been in contact with them and talked to them about their life's experience. And today, folks, my God, I have a very good friend of mine, and this gentleman is known. He's known all over the world because Mr. Martin Miskiming is the owner of Hemingway's, the patio bar, restaurant bar here in Toronto, Canada. And it's very, very famous all over the world. People know about it, hear about it. People have traveled from all over the world to Toronto and have come to Hemingway's. And I'll tell you something, that at Hemingway's in Toronto, when you come here, that's pretty well one of the first places. If you're from New Zealand, and I know a lot of people travel around and they come to Toronto, they've already done their research. And they know that there's a restaurant in Toronto called Hemingway's. So once you hit this restaurant, it's nothing but fun, enjoyment, and a reminder of home, folks. And you meet a lot of Kiwis that are over here in Toronto. So yeah, this is pretty exciting. Right now it is 3:00, and this is where I do my show called Talking Voices. And I know I've got a few people that's coming on, and I'll just say hi to a few people once I get started with the show here. So right now, folks, I'm just going to bring on my friend, a very good friend of mine, the owner of the restaurant in Toronto called Hemingway's. I'm going to bring him on right now, Mr. Martin Miskiming. There he is, folks. Martin, how you doing, sir?
I'm pretty good, Dina. How you going yourself?
Pretty good. I'm pretty excited to have you on, my friend. I tell you, it's an honor to have you on, and thank you very much, Martin, for accepting the invitation to come on. I was quite blown away when you said, "Oh, sure, no problem, Dino, I'll come on."
So I was honored, Dino, that you even asked me. You thought it was bold.
Yeah, well, I had to think about it, Martin, for a bit, No. But yes, so this program today, Martin, is about talking voices. It's about what I've been doing here with Maori Chair TV. I've been talking with friends all over the world, all Kiwis that have left New Zealand and have come on the show because I've contacted them and wanted to find out what they have done since they've left New Zealand and gone to different parts of the world, and you just happen to be one of those gentlemen that explored the other side of the globe. So it's great to have you, Martin.
Thank you.
Now, I just wanted to find out, first of all, I know that you were born in Invercargill, born and raised in Invercargill. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
You want to tell us a little bit about it?
Well, I was born in Invercargill, but we lived in it's probably a suburb of Invercargill now, but Waikiwi.
Waikiwi.
A lot of people never heard of it, especially those people in the North Island like you, Dino. But,
yeah, that's right. But you know what? I knew you were, I knew you, like you told me about it, and I knew that I was going to have you on. So I did some research. I don't know if you recognize that building down there.
I do so. That's right next to the old primary school. Exactly right.
Yeah, I'm just going to go out of the screen here and let you maybe, maybe you can talk.
Well, that's a public hall, of course, and right next door. And I'm not sure that the Waikiwi schools anyway is there anymore, but it was the public school which I went. It was right next door to the Waikiwi Public Hall. Good school, just people all around. It was. It's about half a mile from where Burt Munro lived, and it was sort of just about in the country. About a mile away, you were in the country.
Wow. So that's the Memorial Hall, eh?
That's right.
And I know there's a lot of Kiwis, and especially a lot of Maoris that didn't even know that there was a Waikiwi down on the South Island, just a little suburb of Invercargill. I think I remember the first time when you told me that. You said, "Yeah, I'm from Waikiwi." Yeah, right. Yeah, when I did my research, I believe you now, Martin. And here's another little place here. Maybe you'll recognize this one. Do you recognize that one there?
Is that? I just can't quite. I better put.
Okay. Okay. So let me go off the screen here. Let me go off the screen. I'll take this one off.
Oh, that's one of the local. Yeah, one of the local.
So let me take myself off.
Yep. Oh yeah. So that's that wasn't there. It's a Waikiwi Pharmacy, but that wasn't there in the old days. That's a newer building. Like I'm going back a long time when I lived in Waikiwi. Probably I left there 44, 54, 1960 probably.
Wow. Yeah. So there you go, folks. There is a place in New Zealand called Waikiwi, and it's spelled Waikiwi. Waikiwi. That's fantastic, man. See, so I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are watching. There's a lot of people out there watching don't even know that from New Zealand, like you said, from the North Island, because like there's not very many of my brothers and sisters that go down to the South Island and look for Waikiwi. but
down there.
Yeah. So now you went to, like, you were born and raised there, and then when you left Invercargill, did you move overseas or did you go to another place in New Zealand?
For a start off, after I left primary school, I went to Southland Boys High, which was in town in Invercargill, and then I went to university in Dunedin. I went up to live in Dunedin for a few years and enjoy the university life.
Right.
Finally got a degree. I think my parents had just about given up that I'd ever pass, but I finally got a degree. And after a couple of years, I was in the accounting profession. I wasn't very good accountant, and
right.
And the time I left, I said to my boss, Mr. Valentine, "Well, Mr. Valentine, I want to hand in my resignation. I'm going overseas." He said, "Mick Skimming, it's good for you and good for the company." So I dare say I wasn't an accountant. So, and then I left in about 1970 and came over to Toronto.
1970. That's about the same. So you and I came over pretty well about the same time, because I came over here about 1972. No, 1970. Yes. So you did like, did you work in New Zealand anywhere before you came, or you just?
I worked during the holidays and that.
Yeah.
I used to work at a factory. My father was factory manager, and I was a labourer. And then when I got old enough, I drove trucks, which I thought was a pretty good thing. That's when I went to university, and then I worked after I graduated. I worked for Reed McInnes, an accounting firm, doing auditing, which is a terrible job.
Oh yeah, yeah. Auditing is a pretty hard job, though, isn't it?
I don't know. So, just checking.
So, yeah.
Done.
Yeah. So your parents, they had a business down in Invercargill too, right?
Yeah. Well,
I believe.
The grandfather and great grandfather started a thing called McSkimming and Son, and then it taught. McSkimming Industries was a public company, and they made bricks and pipes and toilets and basins, and you can still get if you look hard enough, an old toilet with McSkimming on it, or a basin with McSkimming on it. So and that was a long time ago.
Yes, I do believe that, because when I was at your house a few years back when I was in New Zealand, I remember seeing this small toilet. I think it was for a kid, a really small one, in your house somewhere, and it had McSkimming on it.
That's correct.
It was made. I think it was made by your parents or your grandparents.
Yeah, well, it was made in the factory was in Ben Ha, which is near Balclutha.
Right. Yeah.
Small place.
Right. So now, Marty, now you decide to come overseas, and where did you go first, or did you have any plans? Did you travel around anywhere? Did you decide to go, like, say, England, or I don't know, different countries, or did you come straight to Canada?
Come straight to by ship to New York, and then by bus to Toronto. And I thought at the time Toronto is pretty close to everything. It's close to the States,
right?
Close to Europe, and so that's I thought Toronto would be a good start. And in those days, and might still be, the US was hard to get into. I wouldn't have minded going to the US. I'm quite pleased that I didn't eventually, because Toronto has been very kind to me. So I made some great friends here. So I'm pleased I came to Toronto.
Yes, and myself too. Like, I came over here to Canada in the 70s, and I've made a lot of great friends. But I ended up in Quebec first, and then slowly moved myself down here to Toronto, where I got to meet you, and for the first time. So that was pretty exciting. But we'll get into some of that later. Right now, I just want to say hi to a couple of people up here, Martin, that are watching. Lizanne's online. She's from Toronto, and I think she lives in the same place upstairs somewhere. I think, Marty. That's Lizanne. And also my cousin bro, Marty, that's the way we talk in the Maori, cousin bro, from Buffalo, Tiaka Kahi's from Buffalo. He's watching in today. And another good friend of mine, and he's a friend of yours too. He's from Quebec, Francois. I don't know if you remember Francois, used to come to Hemingway's with me. Yeah. He's online today. And, oh yes, and I just got somebody else is online here. Yes, Oliva Cook, she's online too. Yes, I can see them online. So thanks, guys, for coming online, and I guess we'll see there'll be more people coming online later. So now you came over to Toronto. What did you do when you first came over? Did you have a job here lined up or something like that, or no?
No, I was wanting to get into the share broking business. I thought that would be good, but I had an interview that was set up from New Zealand, and the guy said, "Well, we're trying to get rid of people. We don't need to be hiring anybody." So
yeah.
So then I had to look for a job as an accountant, and as soon as I opened my mouth, they knew I was a Kiwi or Australian or whatever, and they thought you'll only be here for 6 months and then you'll get going. So it took a while, but finally I was hired by an English company by an English guy who's still a good friend of mine, Peter Harper. So, and it was Gordon and Gotch, and they were magazine distributors in English.
Oh, I thought you worked for Gordon Daly. Do you remember that company, Gordon Daly? It was an accounting company here in
Oh, yeah.
Gordon Daly. So yeah, and so you work for that company, and how long did you work for them, man?
Oh, about 8 years.
Oh, 8 years. So they gave you plenty of time to decide what you were going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so how did you get into the restaurant business?
Well, I had a good friend, Rob Cook, who's since departed this
Right.
life. But I said to him one day, he was a good friend over here, I said, I wouldn't mind getting into something a bit different, be my own boss. I thought, how about the restaurant bar business? I thought. And he said, you'd probably be pretty good at that. And I thought, well. So anyway, it's a long story, but he introduced me to someone, and he was my first partner, and that broke up before we opened Hemingway's in 1980. So
wow.
Rob ended up, and he was a real estate developer, a lawyer. He ended up to be my silent partner, and I ended up to running Hemingway's, which was a bit of a test at the start, not having been in the business, but anyway.
Yeah, well, I guess you learned fast, eh? I guess you learned very fast, because today it would have been 41 years now you've had Hemingway's, correct? 41 years this year. And unfortunately, last year was supposed to be your 40th, where you were planning, and we were going to plan with you and to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Hemingway's. But with the COVID and all that kicked in, it kind of put a damper on everything. So unfortunately, yeah, that didn't sort of pan out for you. But we know that there's going to be a celebration somewhere along the line, because now you're up and running again.
We are, so yeah. And we're at least everything's running now, inside dining and outside. And as you know, we've got a lot of outdoor facilities with patio. And it's working real well. The only thing that is different, you've got to have the 2 meters or 6 feet in between tables, and or have a partition up. And we've done that, and it's acceptable. One day we won't have to do that. It's a little more difficult around the bar.
That's right. Yeah.
That's
well, I can say, like, I've been down there, and I know you've done renovations and you've made some changes and all that down there, and it's beautiful. The new patio upstairs, what you have done, it's been amazing. I really like it. So I just want to let the viewers out that are watching and listening in, and some of them will catch maybe a couple of days later, in time zones, the different time zones, and they'll check it out. And some people have different family friends that are living here, and they'll tell them that, to go and check out Hemingway's. They're open now. So it's a beautiful, beautiful patio upstairs, what you've done, Martin. So congratulations on that. And, it worked out for you, the COVID, because it gave you time to renovate and create a new patio upstairs.
Yeah, it did so. And it's the patio, the new patio, the addition was supposed to be about finished in February, and it's open now. It's still not finished, and
right,
we're going into August. But however, it's open and it's working very well. So we're very happy with that.
Yeah. No, very good, very good. Yeah. So now I just want to show some pictures here. I got some pictures I want to show here of you. First of all, I want to show this one. I don't know where this one was. Was this upstairs? Was that one upstairs, Marty? At your bar upstairs, or was that somewhere?
I'm not exactly sure where that is.
Okay.
I just have to ask Lisanne. I can't remember. Pardon? Oh, the America's Cup. That's that's in Auckland. The America's Cup. When we were over there in what was it, February, at the America's Cup. So that's where that is. Yeah, down on the viaduct. And that's that's another one at the American.
That's the America's Cup there, Marty. Yeah. So yeah, that was amazing. That win for the New Zealand team. Was that in Auckland? Yeah, you were there, right, for that win?
Yes, yeah. We were celebrating with the best of them.
Yeah.
Or the worst of them, whatever.
All the worst of them. Yeah. So, and there we go. I'll just get myself off the screen.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched a lot of it on the big screen. I went out on a boat once to watch it, but the big screen was pretty good, and it had a great atmosphere, and there was hundreds of people there, so it was, and the weather was superb, so we couldn't.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I watched it here on the big screen at home too. So, yeah. And what's that one there, Marty? That I see this.
That's. Oh yeah, that's. While we were up there, I went to Eden Park to watch the Highlanders play the Blues. Of course, a big Highlander fan from down south, and we had great tickets. Friends got us, but unfortunately, the Blues thrashed the Highlanders. But it was a great day, and luckily enough, that was the day they didn't have enough wind, so they cancelled the races. So.
Oh, so it worked out.
I didn't miss the races, and I went to the rugby.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. And this one here, I believe that was the. Let me.
Oh yeah, that's us. Oh yeah, that's one of the chase boats taking out the New Zealand boat. Correct. Just out of the viaduct.
Nice. So, Marty, I just want to say hi to a couple of people that are watching in today. I've got Steve Laurie's watching. I'm sure he wants to say hi to you, so I'm going to say hi to you for him. Steve's on. And then kia ora, Sarah is on from Tauranga. And also Chris Hill. You know Chris Hill? Chris Hill he's from Stratford. He's from Stratford, Taranaki boy. So, yeah, cool. And hey, you were with me at one point. Oh yeah, that's what Sarah's saying. And yes, so I've got another picture here that I want to show, and this one here is. Let me put it up so you can get a look at it. And I believe that is. Let me see.
Oh yeah, that's the yacht club, and that was where we would go in. It was the champagne bar, and you had to get in there real early unless you knew someone to save you a seat. And the big screen was just looking at the photo, just to the right, so you could sit in there and watch the big screen and drink champagne, which Liz seemed to like.
Yeah, and you had no problem going in there. I'm sure somebody set you up.
Ah, there you are. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, it's not a bad photo of Lizanne. Who's the old fellow with her? Oh, that's me. Yeah. Are we still there? I suppose.
You're still here. I just want to know if you still have your ponytail.
Well, I think so, Dino.
Well, then that must be you. That must be you there.
I grew that when all my staff, the guys, were growing long hair in early 1990, 1991, and I got sick of having long hair, so I thought I'd grow mine. As soon as I grew mine, they all cut theirs off, and I've had mine ever since, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I know how you feel because I'm with you too. Look, see, I got my
I see
my long hair.
You've joined the crew. There's nothing wrong with that, Dino.
Yeah, there's just you and I. Just you and I, Martin. Just you and I got long hair, got the ponytail going. So
yeah,
you know, like we're onto something that nobody else knows. So we're onto something. Yeah. So that's a good photo of you and Lizanne together. That's a nice photo. So let me see here what we got here, my friend. Oh, that was most probably when they were receiving the cup.
That's exactly right. Yep. So that's how close we were to the big screen with all the boys up there. So that was a great moment for all Kiwis. There.
Yes. I remember watching that here early in the morning. Here I was watching it, I think it was 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I was watching while you guys were, watching right up, almost the front row seat there. See,
Absolutely.
but I was watching on the big screen here, and it was fantastic. So, they did a great job, and congratulations to the team. So here's somebody that I wanted to show, and this was at the house here, and I brought him to your restaurant. He's a good friend.
Oh, yeah.
So let me just disappear.
Yeah, absolutely. That's is that Joe? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, he's got the T-shirt on too. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's Joe. Yeah, we came to your restaurant there, and that was fantastic having Joe there, and it was amazing. And I remember you saying to him, "Are you hungry, man? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat?" I think he ordered fish and chips, and you shouted him fish and chips and shouted him a beverage, and he was very, very happy about that and pretty excited about it. So look at that picture of you and Joe at Hemingway's. So let me just step out.
Oh, yeah. That's a good picture. Yeah, absolutely. He looks a wee bit younger than me, though, but apart from that.
Yeah, I thought Joe might have a ponytail too, but he didn't. So, but Joe is very famous back home in New Zealand. He's a storyteller, and everybody, the Maoris know Joe very well, and he's done a lot for our culture back home. And it was just a pleasure to have him, or to meet up with him here in Toronto, down at the waterfront. He was doing an event down there, and I got to meet him and got to bring him to Hemingway's and got to bring him here to the house where he had dinner with us. So I was pretty excited, and I just wanted to put that picture up and show you with Joe, because that was a really, really good picture, Marty. Awesome.
That's great.
Yeah, so fantastic, my friend. And here's another picture I want to show. This is a very good friend of yours and a very good friend of mine. And I'm pretty sure he's going to look at all this today. And
yeah, Lindsay O'Connor. Yeah, we've known Lindsay for so many years, and he was a great announcer on the rugby, a very keen rugby player. Played in Christchurch. He played some pretty good rugby, so he tells me. And he came over to Toronto too in the early days, and got married and got a couple of twins. And he's now retired. He doesn't keep as well as he should, but he's up and kicking. And I was talking to him this morning. So.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Lindsay he's a great guy. Like you said, he's a great sports announcer, and he's up with everything. He lets me know what's going on. So, and he was excited when he found out that you were coming on to Talking Voices on Maori Chair TV. So I'm sure we'll hear some comments later from Lindsay. So yeah. Anyway, So this one here was you at the restaurant, Marty. And this is, I guess, one of the celebrations there. You can talk about this.
Oh yeah, that would be the our annual regulars party, as we would call it. And the guy on the left is our ex-general manager, Gary Pangy, and he was shucking oysters there. And I'm on the barbecue with another guy we call John Steinlager, because he used to drink Steinlager, those big quart bottles, all the time.
Yes.
So we would cook burgers and stuff like that and give them away, and shuck oysters, and it was a big party night, and to celebrate it. And May the 26th was the opening day, but of course we haven't had the party because of COVID.
Right. Yes. So. Yeah, I know it's a shame all this has happened, but like you've just kept on going ahead and still making things happen down at Hemingway's, Martin. I know there's been, like the restaurant has been closed for a while, but like I said, you've done some renovations, and I tell you, man, the new patio is beautiful, and I've got a couple of pictures of that I want to show later, and I just want to show you this one where I think you see Johnny Steinlager in the back with you there.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's Johnny Steinlager. He's a stockbroker, a share broker in Toronto, and he's been a regular customer probably since we opened. To be perfectly honest, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, he has been there, and every time I go to Hemingway's, I always see John there. Now you've got 4 levels, correct, on the Hemingway's?
Yeah, yeah.
And I always see John either at the first level, which is the restaurant level, and I see him up on the second level, which is the shot over bar level. That's what you named that second level, shot over.
Yep.
And oh, by the way, where did you get that name from, shot over, for your second level bar?
Well, the shot over is a river in Queenstown area, and one of the very big gold mining river in the old days, and they got a lot of gold out of the shot over. And I just thought it'd be nice to have a bar called the Shot Over. Some people think it's something to do with having a shot of whiskey, but it's shot over. And
oh, yeah. No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good because I thought the same thing when I first saw the bar and all that, but when you first changed the name, because I can remember that bar had a pool table in there.
That's right. Yeah.
Had a pool table, but I don't know what it was called back then, if it was still called the Shot Over. But it did have a pool table in there. So, yeah. And now you've got the patio upstairs, which is the main patio, on the rooftop patio.
Yes.
That's so how many people can you hold on that rooftop patio?
Well, our whole license now with the new area, about 575 were allowed under the liquor laws, and I dare say there'll be 300 upstairs for sure.
Oh yeah.
That on our license anyway.
Yeah.
At least 300 up there.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then you have another floor above the rooftop patio.
Yeah.
Another one. Yeah.
We call that the Outback patio to just humor our Australian friends.
Oh, is that where they go?
Well, we would try and get rid of them all up there.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
That's joking.
Well, that could be a good thing, Martin, because if you put them up there, that's mean that they're looking down on us, right?
They like to do that, don't they?
So we look up to them, but they look down on us. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, I must say it is a beautiful location in Toronto. And I just want to say something. By the way, we got Murray Crumpton on, and we got a couple of more people that's just come on to Rose's sister's online watching, Margaret Mangelati. So she's online, and I'm sure that her dad, Rose's dad, is watching too. So he's 97. He's watching this interview.
He's
so
great.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's still sharp as a whip, man.
Yep.
So yeah, so now that I wanted to tell you a story. This is about Hemingway's. When I was downtown one time, I went to an event downtown. I think it was a hockey game or something with friends and all that. We came out and we caught a cab. And I'll never forget this because this is what I said to the cab driver. I said, take us to the best place in town, the bar restaurant. And he said, okay, I'll take you to Hemingway's. And I've never forgotten that because I only said to him, like take me to a bar in Toronto, the best bar or the best round. And he said, Hemingway's. And I was going to tell him to take me there anyway. But as we were driving, and I said, oh, yeah, Hemingway's. You know, he said, yes. He said, I go there often. And he said, it's a nice place. So I just wanted to let you know, Martin, that I got into a cab. I asked the cab driver, take me to one of the best places in town. And he said Hemingway. So I was a cab driver.
That's great. That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. This one here, I've got this picture of this gentleman here. Now, I believe, I just can't see the picture problem. I'm going to step out. I believe that's Scott Dixon, I think. I'm not too sure. Let me just step.
Yeah, that'd be Scott Dixon. Yeah. Yeah. We had a promotion for him when he was here at the Indy in the IndyCar race in Toronto, which they have every year, although this year they're not having it. And his mother would have been here too, because she used to travel sometimes with him. And at the same day, we had a golfer who you might remember. I've forgotten what his first name, but his last name is Titirangi.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Maori boy. Yeah.
Yeah, professional golfer. And
That's
so
right.
he was a guest of honor, as he was. Both were guests of honor.
Yes. Yeah. You've had a lot of people that have come to Hemingway's, Marty, and I just want to show that's the bar, the shut over bar that you see. Let me just step out.
Yeah, that's the front patio bar. That's you're looking into the room that used to have the billiard table, the pool table in there, and we built another bar in there. We have 3 bars actually, and we built that bar and called it the Shot Over, and built a patio on the end of on the street side. That's on the street side. So you had that.
Yeah, that's the second level bar up there. So, and there's still the rooftop, and then there's that other bar, the Outback bar on top for the Australians. Or well, yeah, the Outback. So yeah, that's pretty nice, man. But I know that I wanted to show also during the wintertime at Hemingway's. There you go. That's what it looks like at the wintertime, folks, on a nice day, because there's been some really bad weather sometimes, but Hemingway's is still open even during the wintertime. So let me just step out and I'll.
Yep, that's certainly a winter picture. Yeah, we're open, as you see, serving food until 2 a.m. We're open every day, 365 days a year. We never close, basically. Well, we close in between 2 a.m. and 11 a.m. or the weekends.
Right.
11 a.m. So.
Yeah. And Hemingway's is very well known in Toronto. And like I said earlier, Martin, there's been a lot of people that have come from New Zealand and they go traveling around the world, but a lot of them have done their research. And when they hit Toronto, this is one of the places where they come to is Hemingway's, because they've done their research and traveling around and looking at restaurants, and it pops up on their screen, on their Facebook screen and all that, Hemingway's, and they always come and visit. So you and I, because I've always come down to Hemingway's, and you and I have seen a lot of people that have come through Hemingway's, whether they're, High Commissioner of New Zealand, very, like dignitaries and sports people, and very, very, very important people that have passed through your restaurant down at Hemingway's. And even this guy here that I'm going to show you, he comes there all the time. See them? You see that guy?
Yeah, I've seen him before. He's pretty good looking.
Yeah, and that's without the ponytail. That's without the ponytail.
Yeah. Did you mention that we had your Indigenous rugby team here many years ago? The whole team, busload of them.
Yeah. No, not yet. But I'll get you to talk about that. Absolutely. And I know you've done a few things at Hemingway's, many things. But one of the things that you do, or you have done, was the golf tournament at Hemingway's. You had a golf tournament, and I've had the opportunity to jump on and join in with the group and go out and play golf.
Yeah, and it's always a successful trip. We go out, and we go out in buses usually, but so you don't have to drink and drive in case someone wants to have a little drink on the golf course.
Yes.
And come back and have a steak dinner at Hemingway's. So
yeah,
actually prime rib dinner.
Prime rib, yeah, absolutely. So here's one of your teams. I think this is your staff, the boys. I think these are your waiters. So let me show you this one, Marty.
Yeah, that's dead right. Yeah, they're all staff members. Yeah, in those days. Yeah, they're pretty. Not sure how they got that get up, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you paid for it. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
I probably did in some way or another.
It was fun. It was fun with the guys. The guys were. I remember that day when they were there. It was amazing. I took a couple of pictures of those guys, so I pulled it up, and I just wanted to show you because I think that was fantastic. What what they did that day, and it was lots of fun. Following the guys. I was either following them or they were following me. One of the two ran on the course, so it was pretty cool. So this one here, this picture I'm going to put up, Marty. This is another reason why myself and on behalf of my brothers and sisters, Maori brothers and Maori sisters, and the Maori community here in Toronto, and there's been a lot of help from the Kia ora group here, Sarah all and her group, and all the guys and everybody. And this is a picture of what you do for us down at Hemingway's on February the 6th, which is the Waitangi Day. So I'm going to.
Yeah, absolutely. We know all those people, and they come out, although most of them are retired. They used to be in the Transact Club and the Maori concert party, the Maori concert party. There's all of those guys, and whom I know, some Jimmy Cook slightly, you can't just quite see him with the painted face, and the girls, of course. They've done a great job, and they come out every year. They've been coming out for so many years to do this on Waitangi Day, and they sing songs, and they do lead the haka, which at one stage all the local guys like myself and you, Dino, we get involved with the haka. The High Commissioner was there, and we all take our shirts off. The High Commissioner for New Zealand from Ottawa, he took his shirt off. Remember that, and did the haka with
us.
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing. I mean, just to see them perform, and it just makes it gives us goosebumps and reminds us of home. And let me just show you this picture again. There's another picture of you and of everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's Sarah Orr on the right-hand side there as well. Sarah's watching today. She's living back in New Zealand at the moment. We hope she comes back to Toronto. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah.
Fantastic having the group and watching the group go through all their stuff down there. It was just amazing. So now here is, Marty, here is the new section of your restaurant that you've done upstairs. I just wanted to show that.
Yeah. That's Stella Artois provided us with the umbrellas and the tables. They want to do a bit of a promotion. Those green windows, they go up and down, and we got those in Sweden. We were the first guys in North America to actually get them, and they go up and down. So when it's nice, you put them down, and when there's a bit of a wind, you put them up, and that gives you shelter. So it's been very successful for us.
Yes, I remember that, gentleman, because I believe we were downstairs when you renovated downstairs, and he was there. He was there, and did the did the test and all this and that. And you gave him a Hemingway's jacket. I remember that. See that, Marty?
Yeah.
I remember all that stuff.
A good memory. Do you know?
I'm telling you, I just I'm bringing back some memories for you, sir.
Yeah,
there you go. Look at this. Look at this beautiful patio there. I tell you, man, I'm going to step.
Yeah. It's working real well. In fact, I was up there with another friend and his wife last night in Lausanne. We had dinner at one of those tables. Yeah, and it was great. It was really good.
So now, if anybody wants to come down and have dinner there, you just order the same table that Martin and Lizanne were sitting at, and maybe you'll get, I don't know, maybe they'll give you, I don't know, maybe a free chair. So no, that's beautiful, man. It's unbelievable. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main patio. That's the main patio. One of our lads there.
Yeah. That's now. This is what I like. Now, folks that are watching, that's the patio, and it goes right around the new section and all this and that. But you see that it looks yellow, the rooftop that opens up. That opens up on a beautiful day. Martin and the staff down here, the managers and all that, they open that up, and it's beautiful. So they only put that out when it's raining and all that. But for the picture, they they opened that out so they can so I can get a picture of that, so I can show everybody what Hemingway's looks like. If it rains, you can still sit there and have a great meal. Fish and chips is one of my favorites there, and have a great meal and enjoy the afternoon or the evening whenever you go there. So now, just another thing, Marty, how long? Like, you've had that place now for like going on to 41 years, but now you recently have a partner with you now. It's been what, a couple of years?
Yeah. Damon Bodner.
Yeah, very nice guy.
Yeah, he's from the Hut and married with a couple of young children, and he's really buying me out of the restaurant because I'm getting on. He's a young fella, or a younger fella, and he was keen to get involved and keep the New Zealand idea going. And he is a good Kiwi man. So
yeah.
And then a couple of years I'll be probably gone. We'll still retain the real estate, so Hemingway's isn't going anywhere. It'll just have a new guy running the show. Right.
No, and he's the perfect guy for it too, because Damon's very, he's a people person, and he's starting to make a name for him now with people, clients, and all that, and he's done a lot of things since he's been living here in Toronto. So good luck to Damon. We appreciate everybody going there now, because there's a lot of things that you do down there, like now the rugby going on. You have matches coming on Saturdays, on the weekends, right? And everybody goes down there now.
Yeah, I was just down there today, and we watched the British Lions live,
right,
playing South Africa, and South Africa won very well today. And I was sitting with the South African Andries and Mohangi.
Mohangi, yeah.
Mohangi's our Tongan friend.
Yes.
He's a great mate of all of us, and so we're sitting there and watched the game this morning.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, because that's what everybody knows. When the rugby season starts, or soccer season, or whatever, there's always something going on at Hemingway's, and the amount of people that line up to go down there, sometimes it's unbelievable. It depends on the games, and depends who's playing. And of course, when the All Blacks are playing, then all the Kiwis show up, So, and that's going to be coming up in the next week or so. I believe they're playing Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
So, so hopefully that we get a few people come down to the games down there, and we're looking forward to that, Marty. So now, there is another person in your family, and it's just two of you. And it's do you recognize this guy here?
Oh, that old fella.
Oh, that's
my elder brother.
That's your older brother. There's just two of you, right? There's just you and
right.
Lawrence.
That's
There's
right.
just you, yeah. And Lawrence he's a racing fan. He likes to, he likes to go and watch the racing when he's here in Toronto.
Yep.
And so and then here's another one. I went on a trip. Him and we went to Quebec on a trip. So showed him around up there. Showed him the ropes in French.
Well, you speak French.
I speak French, and and I was telling all the French people up there what an old fella he was, and he didn't know, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, because I got it from you. Man. But that's Lawrence, and it's always fun when Lawrence, he comes here pretty well every year, and he didn't come last year because of the COVID and all that, but he always comes and spends his summer here when it's winter home. And I think that's what you do as well.
Yeah. That's right.
So that's pretty cool. So I just can't wait to hook up a game with your brother, either here in Toronto or back in New Zealand. So here's one where I know you. That was at the downtown on Bloor Street, where they had all these cars in, and I know you like cars like me. You know, there's some beautiful cars that they have down there, and also I like these cars. So I snapped a picture of you that day when we were down there. So I just happened to pull that up and
yeah, all the exotic cars.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the last couple of years they haven't been able to do it because of the COVID as well. But hopefully next year we'll be away to the races again. And that's very Hemingway's.
Yeah, correct. Now I got a couple of more pictures here I want to show you, and it's I just want to thank you for coming to my birthday, and I believe this was I think this was my 70th. I think it was my 70th birthday year, and that cake, I'm just gonna step out of the picture here so I can show.
Ah, yeah, that's a great cake. Yeah, that's a great cake. The tiki and the kiwi, absolutely.
That cake came from Hemingway's, I believe. You didn't know about that.
It's one of those things, eh?
Didn't want to tell you. No, that was fantastic, man. And I just want to, that was amazing. That was amazing. And now I'm just going to let some pictures roll here. And let me take this one out. I'll take this one here. And that's of Fabian and Dimi at the birthday.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to roll them really quick for you, Marty, and I'll step out of some of them so we can blow them up a little bit. And that was Mr. Faraday.
Ah, Willie, how are you?
Wallace Faraday. Yeah, hang on. Let me just go out of this picture here.
He's not a bad-looking fella, is he? Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, you can see a few people in the background there too as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great picture. Oh, there's Grant. I was with Grant at the rugby today. Grant on the left. There's Willie again. Where was that take? Oh, that's Kiwi Corner. Yeah, at Hemingway's. Yeah, I see that. Nice hockey on in the background. Yeah.
If people just see that up the very back there on the top of the post, it's called the Kiwi Corner. And you know what, Marty? And I think you know this, but years ago, I named that corner Kiwi Corner, and there was a waitress that worked for you. She came back with a small sign and put it up there, and I forget her name. I can't remember her name. Hang on.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. There's the sisters. Yeah. There's Rose there. Yeah, that's a great picture. Yeah. There's Frank, Rose, Martha. Yeah. Yeah. Our famous Welshman there. And there's Jimmy there and the family. Yep.
Hang on. Yeah, so there. Hang on, Marty. Hang on, I'm trying to come back on here. I just wanted to, let me see here. I've just lost you for a minute. So let me just, yeah, hang on. I just can't get back on the screen. So let me try and come out. you want to keep on talking there, Marty, I'll see what I got. I see what I can put up here for you.
Do you have technical difficulties? I couldn't help.
Just with my picture, that's all. My picture's not coming up on the screen.
Well, the pictures are coming up on my screen, all right. On that picture there, you see we've got heaters as well, and that fan is a mister connected to the water, so when it gets really hot, we can put that on. It put a light mist over the place. It doesn't help the ladies here, but it keeps people cool. So we try and these are open all year, even in the winter, because we heat them. So it seems to work well. Oh yeah, that's I was in New Zealand at the time. That's my partner, Damon, and that's the Mayor of Toronto, John Tory, and Damon showing him the new patio, and he was visiting us, the Mayor of Toronto, and he's giving us the upside and saying that's pretty good. So he's been coming in over the years. His wife used to be quite a regular customer as well. So that's the Mayor of Toronto. Yep. America's Cup again. That's right. Oh, that sweater at the back of New Zealand, that's the ice hockey, the ladies, women's ice hockey that they came to visit us at one stage. So, and they gave us a signed sweater. That's Lizanne and I'm looking a little pudgy, which happens sometimes. That looks like one of the Maori, well, that looks like the Maori concert party. That must have been a Waitangi Day, Dino. Yeah. Exactly. You're still having the technical difficulties because I haven't just, our host has not joined yet. Yeah. So, just left me on my own here, Dino. Anyway, life goes on, I suppose.
Yeah, no, there we go. Yeah, I'm back on. So I just wanted to let you know that I just had a little technical difficulty there with the screen, but now, so we're okay. So yeah, thanks for continuing on there, Marty.
I've run out of stuff to say there.
You run out of stuff to say.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
back.
yeah, I know. I'm back there. Yeah, but so let me just say one thing, Marty, is that I really want to thank you for coming on and accepting this invitation today. And now Lindsay's online and Tiaka's back online and Fred is online. So there's a lot of people that are online and watching, and they will, they will look at the replay. A lot of people will come on and check the replays out. So again, I just want to thank you very much for coming on and accepting the invitation. It's been awesome chatting with you, Martin. And,
Dino, I was very impressed that you even bothered to ask me, and I certainly wouldn't have missed it. And thank you very much for including me in your show. You and I have been great friends ever since.
Yep.
So, and hopefully, if I live that long, we'll continue for a lot longer. So,
absolutely, Martin. And then I know I'll see you down at Hemingway's most probably next week. I'll come to a game or something down there, or maybe just come down here and have a dinner or lunch or brunch or whatever. But we will definitely, be in touch with each other. And once again, I just want to thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate that a lot. So, Martin Muskiming, everybody, thank you very much. I appreciate Marty coming on, and hopefully that we will get in contact with each other And don't forget, folks, 5 Alive today. I'll be on doing 5 songs, but there's going to be more because it's my last shows today is the July the 31st, my last show. I'm going to be taking a break for the summer and coming up with something new for the fall season because I want to go down and hang out at Hemingway's on the patio and just sort of chill out, you see, because Saturdays here in Toronto at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'd love to be down at the Hemingway. So I'm going to go down and enjoy and have a few cold ones and some beverage with Martin. Martin, thanks very much. I appreciate it very much, my friend.
You're welcome.
And to the Hemingways and to the staff, everybody down there, and Damon as well, and all that. So thank you very much for coming on to Talking Voices on Maori Chair TV.
Okay.
Kia ora.
Great to
Thank you. Cheers.